All right, so this is pretty interesting. So it looks like there's a super PAC, a women's super PAC that's going to be trying to put out this advertisement going after Bernie Sanders. Now, this says the Dem super PAC Women's Vote is preparing an anti-Bernie TV campaign next week, calling Bernie and Trump the same person. And so I guess this is like, I don't know if this must be a leaked photo of them testing this out. It says visuals. The ad fools the viewer at the top into believing that we are talking about Trump. The truth that is revealed is that we are talking about Sanders. And so, as you guys know, a very clear sort of narrative ideal for corporate Democrats is basically let's equate Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump, because that's how we can turn people against like, oh, Bernie's the same as Trump, even though he's he's his kryptonite, obviously, and he's not even close to being Trump at all in any way. He's obviously a real populist. Trump is a fake populist, and so to the establishment, it's amazing that this sort of fascist, racist fuck is on the same tier as a progressive who is an egalitarian who wants to help people in the United States. It's very interesting, right? Very interesting. It says this PAC's mission statement and supposed purpose is to attack anti-choice candidates, Democrats included. Sanders' pro-choice record and policy proposals are the most wide-reaching and progressive in the race. If you're saying to yourself, wait, is this super PAC affiliated with Emily's List? The answer is yes. If you're also asking, didn't they get $2 million from Michael Bloomberg in 2018? The answer is also yes. So they got $2 million in 2018 from Bloomberg. And Emily's List, if you don't know, is like this group that is basically just trying to get women candidates. And they're associated. You've probably heard of Emily's List. I hope you've heard of Emily's List. And so they are associated with them, and they've sent out a statement. It's a statement from Women Vote. Earlier tonight, a script with our name on it was posted online. This script was drafted by a vendor, presumably leaked by a vendor, has not been approved and has not been tested. That being said, every sophisticated political organization tests negative messages, whether you agree with them or not, because our job is to know what impact they will have on the race, wherever they come from. Our mission is to elect pro-choice Democratic women to office, but obviously every Democrat needs to fully support whoever wins the nomination. So Emily's List has also taken a bunch of cash from Michael Bloomberg as well. And so what you see going on here is this statement is essentially them just admitting, yeah, we did do that, we're doing that. Obvious, anybody can deduce that from that statement. It's pretty clear. But Bernie Sanders, just like there's a picture of him getting arrested in the 1960s, and Martin Luther King's "I Have a Dream" speech. He's protesting, he gets arrested for it. Just like there's a picture of him for that, there's also a picture of him back in the day, protesting in favor of women's reproductive rights. And so this is the thing, man. And this is the problem with all of these organizations, and this is where liberal feminism comes at odds with actual progressivism, and it steers away from being actually progressive to just being defending the status quo or regressive in some ways. And so when you're talking about an organization that's supposed to be about reproductive rights, but then you get bought out by Bloomberg, which I don't even know what Bloomberg's opinion is on that, but what I do know about Bloomberg is that there's like 64 allegations of sexual harassment against him. So I know that he's basically Donald Trump, just worse. He's actually worse than Donald Trump. And so when you get co-opted, same thing happened with Planned Parenthood. All of these organizations, they're all sort of bought out. A lot of them, the people on their board are people from Hillary Clinton's friend group and stuff like that. And so that's what's going on here. And that's why it's so important for these organizations to be grassroots, people funded, because then it can't be co-opted and it can't be destroyed, So like a group like Justice Democrats, for example, or Our Revolution, people funded groups. That is what is crucial. And so, there was that, I forgot what it was called. It was like Democrats for Israel group or something like that. That was like a front group for the APAC. And so there are a lot of, dark money groups who are trying to spend money to take down Bernie Sanders' campaign. This is another one of them. And so it just goes to show you they don't care about pro-choice candidates, because Bernie Sanders is actually the most pro-choice candidate on the stage, in addition to having the strongest record on the issue. So, man, we got a lot to fight against.